Today's Captain's Blog was brought to you by Stephen Turan. Hi there guys, welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's 17:45 hours on Tuesday, April 26, 2016. Today's Captain's Blog was brought to you by Stephen Turan. Now you gotta do the other side. You only did one side of them. You gotta do the other side.
I do the side that's leaning towards it.
There's a big pocket down in there. Just a big, yeah, but how are you gonna paint that? You gotta fill that with weld. If you can't fill it with weld and you can't paint it, it's gonna rust, and the whole thing will fall right out. You gotta paint up in there. How you doing?
Doing well.
This is looking nice.
Yep.
You're teaching him how to weld?
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. Okay, you'll get there. You'll learn this.
So that's that. Now we got another hunk of...
Oh, we've gone to angle now? You're not using the square tubing anymore?
The square tubing was something I found in Member Supply.
Oh, okay.
That was purely coincidence. And then we're going to weld a frame under the top side.
Oh yeah, because this is going to be the wooden top one. Okay.
Correct. So we're going to just put a big cross down the middle.
Okay.
So that you can, like, you know, do your practice your Spartansing down the center.
Cool. Go ahead, Mr. Minkus.
I've got a little bit more research I got to do, and then I can check on a few more things, and then we'll know where to go from there.
Cool, where are you at?
I'm down in the MDH getting ready to leave.
Are you now?
Yeah.
We're at the MDH.
Actually, presently I'm in the tool room. I'll be in the MDH at the moment.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I'm officially making this all count.
Thank you, sir. See ya. This one isn't connected.
This one? Yeah, it is. Isn't it? Barely. It looks like shit. Okay, that was my first one.
Okay. It gets better as you go. I can tell it's your first one because they get progressively better.
This is the one that popped weird.
With a couple exceptions.
Grind that down, never see it.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. That was real.
Yeah,
That's what I should be aiming for?
This
one's real pretty,
this
that
is
one's
good.
real
This
pretty.
is good. This one kind of melts out a little bit
Yeah.
there, but this is perfect. This one's really good. That's almost good-ish.
These are all pretty decent. It's like practice makes perfect.
Practice makes better.
What are you eating?
Strawberry shortcake.
What?
Yeah.
Some good humor.
You're liking this whole ice cream at the lab thing, aren't you?
This is the first time I've had any.
Really?
Yeah.
We've had it for like a month.
I know.
Well, see, now...
I think I've already eaten like 8 of those.
Yeah, and if you keep up with that, Mitch, you're gonna look like me.
No,
Then you'll be pretty.
No amount of strawberry shortcake will make me grow facial hair.
This is true.
Hey! You want to shave his back for a nickel?
Won't take much work.
Hedge trimmers.
I'm really not that hairy on my body.
Hey, we got a lawnmower.
You are welcome to mess with that in any way you like.
Why?
Because I want to take the motor off it.
Why?
Go-kart.
Why? I have a 12.5 horse vertical shaft you can have.
Okay. It's just, it showed up. railroad go-kart. I have a dream. I have a quiet little dream making a railroad go-kart. And that showed up. It's an engine.
It's cool because it has an offset pulley for the front wheel drive system, but you're not my father, okay?
Ice!
Katie's like, I don't like this. Oh, really geek girl.
We might need to clean out the nozzle and put some anti-splatter on it.
Yeah.
You're doing that right now?
Might as well.
So what you got there, Mitch?
Anti-splatter, nozzle gel. So, Katie, I'll take your gun from you. So when you weld, you get splatter in your nozzle. And that restricts the flow of gas, and it causes trouble in a million different ways. Usually doesn't adhere particularly well. But you knock it out, you do the thing, it shouldn't stick.
Thank you. Is this not, I need to do this. Is this not like,
Just like that.
okay.
Carry on.
Why?
So you're learning how to weld. And the lessons you learn can go on to teach other people.
Burn.
That's the point.
It's gonna stick your burn.
Okay.
Keep
Guys!
going.
Oh, it was bad.
You got your wire a little long there and it bent over and you got a couple arcs.
You're fine. Just try
Keep going.
again.
Give me your gun. Try it now.
I'm just gonna show you the pain.
Guys!
4 more welds. 4 more welds.
There you go. Because you put it too far back in. You get too far back in there and it just pinches it rather than cuts it. It'd be worse to get the American ones.
Guys.
We'll just chop that one off.
Okay. It's really bad at the end.
You win a cookie if you can weld the end of that to the sidewall there.
You want me to do that today?
Yeah, if you can weld that to there, I'll give you a cookie.
That better be a big damn cookie.
That's about a ½ gap.
Don't.
Wait,
If you can weld that to there.
this to here or this to
See
here?
the wire here? The end, this
Yeah.
one here? To that way. Not this way. This way is only like ½ inch gap.
He's telling
You
you
weld
it's
that
impossible.
to there. It's not impossible.
Impossible, but difficult.
It can be done. How do you do it?
You add a little.
Yup,
each
you
side.
build it up on each side, you go back and forth and let either side cool while you're doing the other one. Because otherwise you're just flinging snot at a gap. But if you do a little bit at a time, you can build a little bridge and hook one to the other. You do it, you win a cookie.
You see these skills?
Yeah.
Do you think this can handle
This is
that?
how you get better.
Okay.
You're not paying for electricity, wire, or gas. Have fun and learn something.
Okay. Guys. I fail. I already failed. It's not even close.
Something.
I'm nowhere close to it.
Keep the trigger off, no trigger.
This is my safety.
That's a lot of wire hanging out there. Just saying, it's a lot of wire hanging out there.
Guys. I'm missing the thing. Eyes. I don't think I can do this.
No? That was worth a shot. I don't think I could do it either. However, there is one important reason why I wouldn't be able to do it.
You don't know how to weld?
I don't know how to weld worth a shit. No. I read a book on it once.
Because it's just like going to end up.
My abilities of welding are a lot like my abilities on being able to land the space shuttle. In theory, I can do it. Like, I studied the manual, but never actually done it. I can't even solder. Once I figure out how to solder, then I'll tackle welding. But,
See, I learned how to solder.
and now you're doing welding.
I learned
And
this
next,
and soldering
plasma
in the
cutting.
same-
Yeah, this is
same
big
week,
kid.
and I was in
This is big kid soldering.
It's like little tiny metal joints, big.
At this rate, you'll be welding like Inconel or Hastelloy by the end of the week.
The next step is we get you on one of those setups where they're welding pipelines through sand. That's what you gotta be doing. That's the cool shit. Check it out on YouTube. They do this. Like for welding pipelines, they got machines that do it, and it welds through sand. They put like dirt on top and weld it. It's really cool to watch. I'm not making this up. It's a thing. What?
Minkus's looks is different.
There's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They got it's not like a
necessarily
dude doing it.
disagreeing.
It's a machine.
Yeah.
But they're like building a pipeline,
Yeah.
and they got a little shack
Yeah.
that the pipeline like passes through the shack, and they got this big ass welding machine, and there's sand or flux or dirt or it's some kind of granular substance, and the welding head welds right down in it. It's used for shielding. It's really cool to watch. Big shit, serious welding.
The thermite welding on train tracks.
Yeah, with the little mold.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
second it cools, it does like the
Oh yeah,
goes down the line.
that huge fun, huge fun.
Can I do this in any way that seems
You can
like
do that in anything you want. You make a bridge, you get a cookie. It's got to be a little metal bridge.
Eyes.
It does have to be a free span bridge. You can't like just fill the whole thing with a giant gob of schmoo.
You said anything I want.
You don't get to make a giant gob of schmoo.
You said build a metal bridge. You could just weld that.
Yeah,
on
you
both
could
ends.
weld this in there.
Don't do that. Please.
That'd make Mitch really happy if you did that. If you want to be a real dick, what you do is you take this and you just weld it like that. Just like that.
Yeah,
It'll make
and then I'll put her in charge of welding the caster plate on. Figure it out, Katie. All right, moving on
What's next?
from this fun little.
I didn't make
She can win
Yeah,
cookies.
no.
He's denying you cookies. That's the oppression
I'll get you a
right there. That's the oppression you have to suffer.
internet help.
Internet, come to Mariskins.
It's not.
Oh, remember yesterday? I think it was you who asked me, "Have I ever seen Labyrinth?"
Yes.
Read the comments to yesterday's blog.
Okay.
You've never seen that?
Yes, I've seen Labyrinth, and
Because I brought up the statement, I asked him if he saw the movie Labyrinth, and he said yeah, and I said, well, you know the red, orange, yellow guys that trade their heads around and do the dance? My nephew has a dog that looks like one of them.
you should read the comments to yesterday's blog.
Okay.
I used to love that movie, but I was always the scene
Scared?
that I hated. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta watch The Dark Crystal then.
Oh, yeah.
If Labyrinth freaks you out, The Dark Crystal will fuck you
My dad
up.
tried to have me watch that, and
Don't
I
ever do it if you're not in a sober state of mind.
Never drop acid and watch The Dark Crystal.
Or
Fraggle Rock.
Or shrooms.
Or, what was the little kid show? Teletubbies.
Yes.
Is the greatest thing in the world on acid. Oh my god.
Wasn't at all.
Oh, it's awesome because you got like the fucking bunnies and oh my god. Oh. You don't judge me. You
Don't you judge
don't.
me.
I'm judging you.
I'm okay with that. I wasn't always as boring as I am now. Okay. I used to be fun.
Did Nick show you this?
Whoa. That's a Katie job there.
She was learning.
She
Learning happened.
I was saying.
And
that
surprisingly-
it's like,
The rest of it.
the rest of it's good.
Surprisingly, that was her first one, and then that.
That she started there? Yeah. You should have quit while you were ahead.
Always.
All right.
I did
Little
what you told me to
circles.
do. Yeah, that's.
Everybody has their own technique.
Little circles.
He hasn't broken it yet. It's a weld. It works. It does its job.
Just do the horizontal ones. and don't burn holes through the earth.
So do I do a tap on first?
No, just lay a bead in there. I think it'll be okay.
And I move that to that side.
You can move it wherever you want. You can move it to that one too. Or you can move it to that one. Just make sure you put the plate in the thing in the place.
It's time.
Are you mocking me?
Yes.
So, horizontal?
Yeah. And actually, no.
Make sure it doesn't move.
So when you bump it, it won't move as quickly. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Alright.
About this one. Am I good to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys!
That's not bad. It's better if you hit the crack, but...
She can redeem herself on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Start in the
Should I
corner
do
next time.
the-
We're going to turn outside so you're welding horizontally.
You know, you really should give her one of these flip style helmets so she can learn to appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah, but it takes a lot longer to teach people how to weld when they don't know where the hell they're starting. Because then it'll be like, yeah, put a horizontal bead right there, and she'll be like, okay.
You just use your finger. You just stick your finger and be like, okay, well that's where I'm going, and then you know. It's like drilling a hole through a plate. You put your finger on the bottom, know where you're aiming for.
No, you do that with air stapling.
Yeah!
Like I did.
Works every time. All right. Start in the corner this time.
Note to self, never listen to Chris.
I'm like smart and stuff.
Some dish.
That's the problem. Eyes! I think that one's worse.
Well, it's better if you actually get it in the corner, but that's better than this one. Because this one you're welding on the bar as opposed to the corner.
Aim it like a 45 into it.
You want to shoot the wire right on the crack.
So,
I know the theory.
you want to cross the two.
This time I'm actually doing it.
Cross the streams.
Remember, kids, if
Look at the schnoz on that guy.
The street, right
These
down
gloves
the-
are inadequate. For the record.
Yeah.
Just,
That might cause some
yeah, in case you're welding,
Uh,
this is not recommended. I mean, the two thumbs come in handy every once in a while. It's really evolution.
You can fix that with hot glue.
Hey,
Just put it on, hot glue it.
Yeah, hot glue bonds leather.
You'll be good.
Yeah!
High speed tape. But I was gonna turn it so you can do those guys. Actually, no. Make us grab the other side of this here. Your section, do that. We're just gonna tip it on end.
I know.
That's way more better.
Alright.
Alright, give her what for?
Other horizontal. I'll think about it.
Well, I'm waiting for Katie to get done here, and
I got a thing you could be doing.
well, I'm getting ready to leave. I was gonna do a self project, but hey.
Have fun! She just vanishes. She...
Up and vanishes just like a fart in the wind. Just...
Eyes! Is this a good angle?
Yes.
Still shit.
Do you hit where you aim or aim where you hit?
I asked you if it was a good angle.
It was a
You
good
said
angle.
Yes.
Well, it was a good angle, but it was shifted. The offset was wrong.
I'm terrible at this.
Well, the only way to learn about doing.
Oh, it's hot.
Just go over to the other side and keep moving.
Procedures.
See, I say that, and now you can understand me what I mean.
No, that was just a lucky guess.
Eyes.
Are you able to see with your finger in the way? I'm just asking.
I can't see half the time in general.
Because
I'm so bad at this.
I'm just asking because I've always been taught you never put your finger anywhere near the stinger.
Well, I thought you were supposed to hold it so that you don't. I mean, it's not like I'm.
You can brace it. You don't want to be right up on the end of the cup, but
Yeah, well,
Oh, this is fucked.
remember I learned on stick welding, so small.
you can get in there and do another whack right in the corner. Just go from all the way in the corner, get real close because you had way too much wire out here. That's why there's the spindle dangles. All that. You need to figure out.
If you don't get it all out, don't worry, it'll melt right in. Makes it easier when you're starting.
All right, you ready?
I'm grabbing the sack of nuts.
You gotta have a sack of nuts. That's fundamental. Don't leave that with me, man.
There you go.
I'll eat the whole thing as a shit for a week.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. Row 5, cell 1. .98.
1.98.
Water level good. Row 5, cell 2. 2.0.
2.0.
Depending on where I measure it. Alright, I got 2.0 here.
Okay.
But if I measure here,
Yeah.
I get 2.0 if I dig down hard enough. Alright.
Okay. Just corrosion.
Ooh. Row 5, back cell.
Yep.
I'm all over the map, hang on. Seems to like 1.2.
Is it dry?
1, 2, 3. 0.82.8.1.
You take a peek at it?
Yeah. It's wet. If I really reef on it, I can get it to, oh. If I push like hell, I can get 1.9 out of it. We're stable and holding at 1.98.
Huh.
I'm saying that's just corroded to hell.
Okay.
Alright, row 4.
Yep.
Cell 1.
Forefront.
.02.
Alright.
1.99. Row 2.
Okay.
Back row. That ain't right. 1.85.
1.85.
That was row 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, row 4.
Well, yeah, whatever side you count from.
Alright,
I've got three rows left.
Alright, row 3. .93.
1.93.
2.11.
2.11.
1.94.
194.
Row 2.
Yep.
2.0.
2.0.
1.95.
195.
Whoa. 1.93.
193.
Last row. Why is that on upside down?
Nice what?
The boot on the thing, on the meter.
Where'd you ask me that question?
Come on, you fuck. I'm an idiot. 1.98.
198.
Middle row. Positives here. 1.97.
197.
Back row. Positives here. 1.95.
195.
Alright, what do we got?
Our lowest is 185 and our highest is 211.
Okay. Let's get some raw data for the blog. It'd be really cool to have a sticker on the battery somewhere.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be a nameplate on it.
You make anything that weighs a couple tons, you put your name on it somewhere and you put its specs.
Big.
Well, we know it's a 36 volt battery. It's smaller than what it wants.
Just by a little bit.
I got people in the IRC trip being a moron. It's like, but just replace it with lithiums, man. It's like the weight of the lead acid battery is a fundamental requirement for the forklift. It accounts that as its counterweight.
Well, you could replace it with about that much lithium, and then the rest just pick up.
Yeah, that's great. Totally safe. Totally safe.
And if it went up, it would take the whole building.
Yeah. All right. So our charger is a Lifeguard 3. The name means power. From Hawker Power Source.
Nameplate at the bottom right has all the needs.
I think we can actually read that.
Yeah. We're in high def, man. All right, now what I'm wondering is, are there taps or something we can change, or a dip switch we can flip, or something like that, to reduce the current capacity?
So the manual is right on the door.
Oh.
Katie and I flipped through it. I couldn't find anything that looked like you could do that, but that doesn't mean it's not. that diagram's how you get the pixies out of the wall, right?
Yeah. It comes with a warranty. Wow, this is the greatest manual ever.
So question, the forklift reads empty, but it's got 36 volts in the battery, give or take,
Okay.
right?
So we could have a problem with the sensor.
Would that make sense though?
Diagnose the sensor on the battery and make sure that that's working. You know how you can fake that?
Wow.
Grab power supply. Put a pair of test leads up. Disconnect this. Put a pair, because if we're not moving it, we're not drawing any real power.
Yeah.
Put a 36 volt DC power supply on it. See what happens.
What's how do we get the power thing up?
Huh?
Like that?
Turn the key like you're starting it.
Yeah. It says it's flat empty.
Yeah.
What do we get if we just measure the pack voltage?
I don't know.
Can you grab the meter?
The meter.
We don't go.
35.8 volts.
That must be a forklift issue. 35.8 does not seem exceedingly low for a 36 volt battery to me.
It does not to me either. So it's wet, it's charged, the meter says she's puckered.
We have a manual for this. Lovely piece of equipment.
No, but there's good.
Katie,
Yes?
come here.
What do you need?
I need the camera a moment because I need to share that with the IRC.
Do you have your light?
Yeah, but it's not a lack of light that's my problem. It's actually too much light. I got to blur. Just hold still a second and I'm cool.
So do you want a shadow on?
So there's all the base data. Yeah, it's a model of the truck. Without the battery, our forklift weighs 6,700 pounds. With it, it weighs 10,670 pounds. What does the battery weigh? Cool. 1,300 amp hour battery. Jesus. Alright. So we gotta assume our meter's pooched. That means we need a battery meter that we can just have sitting on here for a 36 volt battery setup. We need a battery meter. We need something that'll show state of charge for the battery.
Will this start if this is 0?
Oh, move. Here, you take the camera. Horn works if forklifts up. Just learned that.
That's perfect.
So you see how that moves? You know what I'm not hearing?
What?
Pump.
Oh, the hydraulic pump?
Yeah.
It wouldn't move if it didn't have. Or do you think that's just residual pressure?
I don't think that's residual pressure. There isn't that much residual pressure. But I don't hear the hydraulic pump. And look how slow it's moving. It has no stones at all. Like, the forklift is working, but I'm not going to be able to unload a pair of 300 kVA transformers with it. Battery's fucked.
Did you ever get the model number on the other side?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why? What do you got?
There's another model number plate.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
No, get it.
That's what I was gonna do before I was getting driven over. Focus.
I can't just throw it on to charge because it hits it with like 100 and change amps. And the battery overheats. Like, it boils and it's makes bad smells and just not in any way good. And I don't know how many amps this actually wants to charge. And if I knew what to give it, if I knew just hook a power supply up to it, 30 amp constant current power supply, and just let her rip. I got the power supply in the thingamajig. I could use that. But I know nothing about charging lead acid batteries. I know they're pretty tough, they're pretty tolerant, but I don't want to destroy it, and more importantly, I don't want to create a hazardous situation with it. I want to charge it at the rate that it wants, without it boiling, without it overheating, without it melting down, without it causing fire, because the energy density inside this cube is just staggering. And if something goes sideways with it, it goes really, really sideways with it, and that puts it on the list of shit I don't fuck with. Like, charging a car battery, that's not so bad. I've seen one of those go off. You don't want to be standing next to it, but it's not so bad. But if this thing, like, grenades, Jesus.
Bad day.
Yeah, bad day. What we need to do it right is a new battery, which, by the way, is about $6,000. A new charger designed for that battery that has a brain, that isn't an antique 80s or 90s vintage piece of shit. I need something with, like, stuff to it. We got two other chargers. This one's an antique. Antique. This one's pretty decent, but it's also an antique. This is the best one we've ever had, and it's an antique. It wants cat batteries only. It's not a cat battery. That's a Hawker battery.
It's a cat lift.
Oh, it is a cat lift.
This is factory land. We call it a cat.
Cat.
Right? It doesn't matter what the battery is.
Okay.
Of course, as opposed to one of those Jet forklifts that they got at the factory too, right?
Well, I think our 36-volt battery should actually be putting out significantly more than that, because we're down in the 1-point change range on the cells, and that book tells me we should be up in the 2-point change range on the cells. Teach us. I'm out of my depth. I could use your help. We'll be back. Today's Captain's Blog was brought to you by Stephen Turan.